Morning folks, bit of a late start today, been to the range to get some hammerite, and while I was there I bought some Galleria Winsor & Newton acrylic. It's a lousy colour, it's not like the Winsor & Newton watercolour or Winton, but it's only going to be used for priming. They didn't have any blown up, but they're sort of selling off their last stock before they leased out a large corner of the huge store to accommodate Iceland. For those who don't know, it's a freezer type place, which we do like, but we've got a local one. But unfortunately, they sacrificed this a really well-stocked art corner, large corner of the old store, and so now I want to buy some of these. I want some long flats. Stirring are very good. I'll have a look later, see what's available, and get them online. Hobbycraft was closed, other than for order and go and pick it up, but I can't be bothered going back there. It's quite a busy place, so the road outside. So what I'm going to do is, I did one on Saturday, and it was it's doing very well on Facebook and YouTube. Usually get my 1 or 2 or 3 thumbs down on a free video, which is a bit crazy. So what I want to do is do a sort of a rough coastal sort of, or whatever it'll be. So let's have a horizon. We can go up and down a bit, because if you're low down you more or less see the crests of the waves in front of the horizon. But we'll see how we go. We'll have some fun with this one. I'm going to use my broad brush strokes as far as I can. Put some linseed in. With the pot, colours, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, a bit of Payne's grey, just to help with the, well, it's quite a useful colour. It mixes very well with ultramarine and green, yellow to make green. Some cadmium yellow pale, which I probably won't use. No reason for it in a sea picture. Well, coast, a bit of coast, and yellow ochre. I'll find a use for that. Okay, so now we're going to just cover this. I was thinking of the dark clouds coming up over the horizon with a light horizon here. So that's what I will do. So let's get some dark in first. Get that in, bit of red. Bit of blue. Might put a bit of blush of light on the horizon, but no, I won't do that, because then I can't highlight those waves, can I? So we'll keep that going. Plenty of red in that. It's a lovely day in London, the southeast. Get some red in there. Get that going up into the horizon, into the firmament here. Right. Yeah, it's about 11, 12, going to 14 degrees. I'm going to cook outside today. I'm going to do a spaghetti bolognese. I'll probably do it on gas ring. I bought a bag of charcoal, so I do like cooking on charcoal, but only using it as a source of heat rather than to burn chicken and sausages. I just use it to, well, I can put it back on the patio afterwards while we're sitting outside eating it, and have the box of, I've got a box quite big, about 2 foot by 12 inches foot, about 4 inches deep. It's just pressed steel. I bought at B&Q years ago. It's the second one I've had. They last forever, and when you finish with the cooking, you can put the lid on and carry it on a mesh camping table, and stick it on the patio, and you can keep warm while you're eating. It's a lovely arrangement. Oh, I do love being outside. I'd love to be camping now with my trailer that I sold. Had an indoor kitchen, had a nice cupboards in the cabin, put up the awnings. It used to take about 2 hours to sort it out, to put everything up, and then peg out the awning, put the thing in the fridge, the telly, sort the telly out, the free view. And it was great, and mostly the weather was fine in around Cornwall, down in northwest Cornwall, around Newquay, our favourite place. I caught a £4 sea bass on the coast last time we were there. That was about 7-8 years ago. Oh, was I pleased. I brought it back home in the fridge. That's going uphill a bit, so let's change that. Okay, I'll do cover up the marker pen. Right, let's put in a bit of this rock. So rocks, well, we could have a burnt sienna, bit of Payne's grey. But we want a contrast between the colour of the rocks and the what was I going to say, and the, oh, I can't remember what I was going to say now. I get carried away with myself and yakking away. And a bit of ochre. I don't like that. We could probably take a bit of that up into there. I'll put some counter change in there. Right, look at this messy business. My wife's out in the garden moving pots around and the phone's ringing, and I never answer the phone when I'm painting. Okay, let's get a bit of red, a bit of that white, and a bit of burnt sienna in there, a bit of red. But, you know, just mix all these lights and just get them in. I love burnt sienna. It's my favourite colour. Maybe I overuse it. Take your clouds right off the board, canvas, whatever you're painting on. Do it so you're pleased with it. Don't worry about what it looks like. It's an impression. And we want to get a bit of dark in there, so ultramarine and Payne's grey. Just get that in. Oh, it's such fun. Get some nice light on there. Alright, let's go back with that nice blue-black. Okay, let's get a bit more of that light down. Right, do we want to do some blending here? Well, that's not too bad. Let's put in a bit of, let's have some fun with the water now. So I'll change the brush, I think. I'll get a couple of, I'll get this one. It's a round, it's supposed to be a flat, but I've worn it round. Just getting some colour on. Well, so I've got to separate that with a bit of light. Well, we're having some fun here. Let's just get some. Right, okay, that's black, blue. Got to have plenty of dark in the water to be able to counter change the light. Right, now we've got to get some of that sky colour in here. When you're doing all this, to try to give the impression of waves without having any great knowledge of the sea. I only visit the sea when I go on holiday. See where you use all your titanium white. Right, let's get that a bit alright, let's do some around here. Crashing. Right, let's see if we can just lighten that up here. I just try to put some of that sky colour into these ripples. A great one to do with water is Jackie Gardner. Well, right, I'm going to put that in a frame. Oh, I forgot to drink my tea again. I can't drink cold tea. Yuck. Well, I'll just take the pins out of the frame. The one I did on Saturday. This is probably the worst of the three, what I've just done. So, but we will see. Right, I'm just going to, if you haven't seen it, that's the one I did on Saturday. Really running out of space here. I've got some lovely frames, but they're all, they've all got paint on. Right, okay. Here we go. I think this one's grown a bit. That's good. Right. The problem with copying from photographs or working from photographs is that with the best will in the world, you try to just use it as a guide, use the photo as a guide, but then you end up painting because it's there, so you have to put it in. I think it's much better to immerse yourself in your memory and don't go for realism, just go for an impression. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Oh, there we are. Okay, well there we are. We've got a coast. I've put quite a bit of blue, grey in the water. There's quite plenty of grey in the sky, and I've tried to add some of this burnt sienna colour here and there, so it's more of an accurate rendition. I quite like that. Not so sure about that, but I'll get it uploaded for you and see how we go. I'll use that brush, yeah I have. Right, okay, thanks for looking in guys, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.